I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't
get
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? Huh? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
can bring
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army.
Trying to reason with a crazy person. You can't do it. I mean, I've tried it. Mr. Perry, I moved twice to get away from you. Why can't you just be normal and move on? Why don't you have the power to just be normal and leave everybody the fuck alone? Leave everybody and everything the fuck alone. As much as you get caught and as much as you get told on, what delusion are you in that you think you have a choice? What, don't you have the power to control yourself? You run around and you tell everybody in Oklahoma, you got all this power. We're not seeing it. I'm seeing a man who can't control his impulse. And your impulses are offensive and weird and illegal. When you do things that are illegal, people don't like it when you do that. Women don't like being peeped or raped. You're a peeping Tom. That's not a romance. It's vulgar, it's obscene, it's depraved, it's demented, and you're sicko. It's illegal for a reason. Women don't like being hacked. I don't like you butting into my shit. I think you need to butt out. You know, every time you contact me, you piss off your leaks, and we get more. Every time you cause me to lose a penny, you piss off your leaks, and we get more. Or you piss off these guys helping me, or you piss off the judge that grants investigatory orders. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order, you are an informant, and you have a weirdo problem that you don't have any power over. It's disgusting. The guy's typing in my phone today. Why are you mad? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. You don't put somebody out on the street and they go, why don't you like me? You don't take everything and every person that they care about away from them and they go, why don't you like me? You don't rape them. This is rape. The peeping thing that you do, it's fucked up. It's rape. It's illegal for a reason. You're alone for a reason. You're rejected and told on for a reason. It's not been a day. It's not been a week. It's not been a year. It's been a decade. Get off your butt and go be normal. Get a schedule with activities with Jacqueline, your wife, and leave everybody in Oklahoma the fuck alone. She's telling him, do you like having a camera in your face, you sick son of a bitch? And he's like, oh, you want me to go get all the pictures I took of you? Because I'm a stalker and I take pictures of you? Mr. Perry does the same thing. I got all these pictures of you. I'm going to take them into court and use them to show the judge I'm not stalking you. I'm not stalking you. And we're all like, oh my God. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with you? So I moved twice to get away from Mr. Perry. She's moved. I moved. First I moved to Dallas area. Then I moved. He made my life a living hell in Dallas. Starts butting in between me and Fabian. I mean, all I did, there wasn't even a me and Fabian really. All I did is my friend says, are you dating anybody? And I said, no, but there's this guy at work I really like. And that's all I said. That's all I said. And then all hell breaks loose. Talk about harassment at work. It got weird. I mean, it got really weird. Anyways, ends up, I talked to Fabian. Part of it was he got mad at me and we didn't have a fight. I'm like, oh God, Charles has been in here butting in to stuff that's not. It's got a wife in Lubbock, Jacqueline. People are in Oklahoma are starting to ask that now. Who's Jackie? Jacqueline Perry is Mr. Perry's wife for his whole life. Like, they dated in high school. They have 2 children together that are grown, Matthew Perry and Jordan Perry. So he's married, but he's never with his family. I guess he left his family, and he's in Oklahoma doing crime 24/7. There's not 5 minutes in a day that man's not committing a crime and creeping everybody out and pissing everybody off. Calvin, did you just call over to the club and can't you just lie and say she took money out of the tip jar? Can't you just lie and say she took money out of... Can't you just lie? You guys always use the word just right before you ask somebody to lie. Just say. Can't you just say? Does that make it a less of a lie when you use the word just in front of it? I mean, do you not understand people are sick of y'all? Listen to the words I'm saying. We found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. You took his life away. You don't have the right to do that. You're taking my privacy, Charles. They're taking yours. You don't get to know who your leaks are. You don't even give a fuck. You flat don't care. You have been... the goal is to put you in jail so you can't hurt people anymore, because that's all you do, is hurt people. You hurt people 24/7. If there's a law in place that says you cannot watch a woman in the privacy of her home, or you're going to go to jail. You can't sell a person, or you're going to go to jail, and that comes with a life sentence. You cannot murder somebody, or you go to jail, and you might get the death penalty. If it were up to me, you die the same way you made Lucky die. You know who else said that? George Anthony, about his own daughter. If it's up to me, she dies the same way she made her little girl die. You know, a lot of people feel that way about guys like you. Do you not know that? Don't sit there and go, what are you mad about? You're shitting me with that, right? I'm mad that you're raping me in the privacy of my home. You do not have my consent. You have been billed $1,000 a day for doing that to me. You're using my body for a pretend imaginary love life. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing to everybody. Why aren't you embarrassed? You should be. Everybody else is embarrassed by your weirdo. Completely embarrassed by your weirdo. Why aren't you? Why can't you have the power, if you have all that power, control you? You control you. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. Do you not get that? They have a court order. You got a weirdo problem you don't have the power over to control it. What kind of betrayal have you done to Jacqueline? That you're always in Oklahoma, making everybody stressed out and anxious and upset and sick at their stomach and creeped out and disturbed. I can get information. You can't. I don't have leaks. You do. You don't have a Fabian puzzle. I do. Nobody will tell you anything. They tell us. You know why? They like what we're doing. We're putting a stop to this nasty, mean, cruel, weirdo, creepy, fucked up shit you do all day. And nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. And you act like you forget that. Every day, who's telling on me? Who's telling on me? Who's told on me? Who's telling on me? And then you just go right back at it. Have some power over you, strange-o. She's telling this guy, do you like having a camera in your face? Do you see how uncomfortable this is? That you're making me feel? And his response is, do you want me to go get the pictures of you? He's not getting it. It's not clicking for him, is it? He has no fucking idea what she just said. No fucking idea what point she's making. The point she's making is, it's uncomfortable what you're doing to me, so please stop it. Mr. Perry, it's uncomfortable what you're doing to me, so please stop it. Calvin, stop calling people and asking them to lie. Can't you just say this? Can't you just say that? No, you're asking someone to lie. Why? Are you asking them to lie in court? Or to the police? Or who are you asking them to lie to, Mr. Calvin? If I know about it, then that means you were recorded. That means the cops got you. My cops, not the locals. Mine. The ones that gave me the Fabian puzzle. The ones that told us Mike Neely was drugged. He didn't do this. He couldn't have. If he wanted to, he couldn't have done it. Do you understand the damage and the devastating loss you all have caused people? And that's why there is outrage. I don't care what people tell you. No one's going to tell you anything. When you're dangerous, when you pose a danger to someone else's safety, happiness, privacy, well-being, their job, their money, their relationships that matter to them, me and my family that I came here to be with, Mr. Perry, and get away from you, Fabian, Tristan, Dennis, my family. My family that you shouldn't know anything about. People I work with. Charles. Those are not your people. Those are not your people. You fuck off. When you go around and you're a threat to all those people that I care about, and me, you really think somebody's going to tell you who it is helping me? And mess up the safety structure that is in place right now? There right now, TPD, without your help at all, is a safety structure in place. You've made a lot of phone calls. Nobody's telling you anything because you've shown that you cannot be trusted. You took my police report and you gave it right over to the offender, who then obstructed justice, caused the destruction of my evidence, and had committed perjury. Then you had another chance to get him on obstruction of justice, destruction of my evidence, and perjury, and you didn't do it. You might not have been able to do the perjury because he did the perjury in Lubbock. Everything else, he obstructed your case. I set something on your desk. Watch Connecting the Dots by the National Stalking Victims Resource Center. Everybody has seen it over and over and over and over. Does it say, give the report right to the offender and don't take any evidence? Don't do that at your police department. That's not what it says. It says, get the evidence as soon as possible. Don't tell them to come back later. Get it right then while they're there. So that way you don't risk any kind of alteration or destruction of the evidence. Get it while the victim's standing in front of you. Get it now. There's no degradation risk if you get it while they're standing in front. By the way, they go at the car. By the way, let them know they're a stalker, that being stalked, that is dangerous. What the hell's wrong with you? What in the hell's wrong with you? How many times do I got to say this? People don't like the stuff that you're doing. People don't like it. There's a structure in place right now that is providing us some level of protection. That structure is about to put your ass in jail, Charles. Nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. No one you know in your entire life has gotten closer to locking you up so you can't hurt people anymore than we have. Tell me one guy, one woman, anybody who has gotten as close as we have to collecting a shit ton of evidence we've got, nobody else has, to lock you up so there is no more murder. There is no more rape. There is no more robbing people and blind and getting them put out on the street. You are hated for what you're doing. Don't you dare ask me, why are you mad? You're shitting me with that. You're shitting me with that. Golly, you're weirdo. You are weirdo. It's so creepy. You're so fucking creepy and hideous. This is awful.
This make you feel. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you're stalking. That's why I'm
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
I did not introduce you to my family. I would never, ever have taken you around to my family. You stop all contact with all of my family. Stop all contact with all of my family, Mr. Perry. As much as we quote you, don't you understand that you don't have a choice? When you contact them, when you contact me, when you contact my people I work with, or will work with, what you do unleashes a holy hell on you don't even know. We have gotten so... Mike Neely was drugged, Sin. He didn't do it. Gene Mitchell's going to go into court and fuck over his client. Contact him and see if you can help his case so that doesn't happen. Mr. Neely's a really good guy. We need to help him. You go tell him, I'll give you a deal. We'll let you out nice and quiet. You serve 5 years. 5 out of a life. You're full of shit. You will not keep your promise because you told me the same thing. I'll leave you alone and never contact you again, which, by the way, is compliance with the law. Stalking is a felony, sir. I didn't owe you shit. You guys come to me after my false arrest. I've just lost my home. You lied about me and smeared my mugshot all over the place. You don't get to do that Who the fuck do you think you are? And then you had the nerve to come say, they know they made a mistake. They just want you to lie. I about fell out of my chair. I was like, you're shitting me with this. I'm not going to lie. Tell them I said, fuck you. You tell them I said, fuck you. You just took my home away. My little boy is having to explain why my mugshot's everywhere. He's been told for months. They're threatening false arrest and my murder. I may not make it home. For months, we planned what to do in case you carried out your threats. I had already given paperwork to my cousin. In case something happens to me, here's Dennis's paperwork. Here's his medical insurance information. Here's this. So that you can take care of him, if something happens to me. Call his dad. I need you guys to call his dad. I may go to work one night and not make it home. They're trying to kill me, and they're trying to false arrest me. You did it. You'll forever be hated for that. Don't ask why are you mad. Nobody even knows what do we even say to that? What the fuck does someone even say to something like that? Why are you mad? Dear God, what a demented soul. What a demented soul. You're sicko. You're really, really sick. You're fucked up. So I tell them, I'll just stay quiet, which I don't owe you this. About the details of this false arrest you just did to me. And Perry's typing in my phone when I get back. I'd hoped you would ask for me. Why would I ask for you? Why would I ask for you, hideous? I'm like, wow. I just had my phone disconnected immediately and got a new phone. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. You're an animal. You're not even human. You're a monster. You're not even a person. Your mind is the most sick, twisted thing I've ever seen in my life. And I lived in Vegas. You see some sick, twisted things in Vegas. You're worse than all of that put together. By far. So I go... they give me the bond conditions. It's he'll leave you alone, and I said, then I'll just stay quiet. But the second he bothers me, I'm not quiet anymore. I'll scream. I'm gonna draw attention to the rape I'm being subjected to. If I'm in a park, my granddad used to say, if you're in a park and somebody tries to get you, scream. Even if they tell you, I'm gonna kill you if you make a sound. Most of the time they're not. They're just saying that. Scream anyway. Just scream as loud as you can and draw as much attention to it as you can. Because if you don't say anything, you're like Adam Walsh that was a thing back when I was a kid. Adam Walsh didn't say it. He just quietly, they whisk him away from his mother and nobody knows who, what, when, where. And so if you scream, you're drawing attention to yourself. Most of the time the bad guy's going to run away. If nothing else, even if they get you, people are looking, they can get a license plate. Otherwise, you're gone. I don't know what to do. I can't get you. I can't get you back. So my granddad's a chief of police. He's telling me all this. Well, what's the difference in that and now? Just because your method of rape is different, your method of violating me is different than if it's in a park and you grab me and you mug me and you rape me? You're just doing it in my house. It's all that much worse. My home isn't safe. My own home. She goes to her house and this guy's not there. You hack me. I can't look at my phone without you typing in it. I don't care what you think. I didn't ask you. Nobody understands why you think I would. You ask me questions about who your leaks are like you actually think I want to help you. Why the fuck would I want to help you? Why the fuck would I want to help you? Everybody wants you to go away. Everybody wants you to get the fuck away from me. When you continue to contact me anyway, I start quoting y'all. Calvin, can you just say she took money out of the tip jar? Can you just say this? Can you just say that? Mike was drugged. Fabian puzzle. McNamara email. Judge McNamara is upset because we talked about her telling you guys leave her alone for a week or two so I can roll out entrapment. Why? She's the only judge that did the right thing here that I can see. She should be proud of that. Every other judge did the wrong thing. They did stuff that doesn't even make sense. You compare apples to apples and what they've done, how you ruled on this other case, and how you ruled on mine, but maybe similar circumstances. Egan has a couple of those. Judge Egan has a few of those. And they're going, but the prosecutor's looking at it. There's several people looking at it, Mr. Perry, going, wow, this is not even, I mean, what the hell happened? This is kind of weird. She's ruled this way on these and completely different on Cynthia's. What happened? Who paid her? Who paid her to do that? Or threatened her? Perry's all about the threats and the bribes. So that takes me back to my work. I didn't go to work, Mr. Perry. I left because of that girl you had bully me out. You did that on purpose. So I guess one of the bouncers, there's more than one, said they didn't really want her here. They didn't really want access to her. Because if they did, they wouldn't have it. They kept telling us, bully her out. Make her work. You're entitled to a harassment-free workplace. Get in the 21st century. Get in the 21st century. You're entitled to a harassment-free workplace, sir. Stalking is a felony. Coercion is a felony. Witness tampering is a felony. Title 18 of the United States Code 1512, 1513. If your attorney can't read it, get one that can. When you contact me, it pisses everybody off, so we get more. Mike Neely was drugged. He didn't do it. We said it months before anybody else said it. Who got that information to me? Who got the information to me? Who tells me what you guys... that Judge Kurgendall said that? Who got that information from you to me? Nobody will help you. Everybody wants to be... They want to help us to make you be gone. You're a monster. You cause stress. You cause fear. You cause everybody to feel creeped out. You disturb everybody. You make everybody uncomfortable. Wildly uncomfortable, David. Wildly uncomfortable, Lucius. We're naming your people. Calvin, Sonjay, Beverly, right? Blankenship, Desiree, Richard Dickey, Andrew Lawrence, Reuben James. Should I name more? Who's the Muffin Man? When you contact me, we get more. It pisses everybody off because I told you, do not contact me or my family. Did you think we were kidding? You repulse me. You're absolutely the most creepy fuck repulsive thing I've ever met. You're a thing. You're not even human. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop doing this to me all day.
Please hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me.
Mr. Perry, this is as much of you taking my privacy and taking up my time, having to address one thing after another you're trying to do to me, as it is money. Do you not understand that? When you take something from me, they take something from you. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They got a court order to do that. You just have a weirdo problem you don't have the power to control. I said don't contact me, fucker. What do you think? Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. Get away from me. Get the fuck off me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Do not contact me again. I fucking hate it. It's just, ugh. You're gross. You're fucking gross. Get away from me. Get away from me. So, at work, I'm just clarifying this for the record. There's two things that kept me from going back. One is I'm not going to go back there and be around that chick you guys had bully me. I'm not going to do it. She did something the guy says tonight, if you look at this from a policeman's point of view or an attorney's point of view, who might be a prosecutor. Maybe before he became a prosecutor, he ran a firm. A lot of guys do. They'll run a firm and they'll practice law in the private sector until they kind of build up a reputation and build up a name, and then they'll run for the prosecutor's office. It's usually elected office. It is in Tulsa. So they've got employees working there. They run a professional business. They don't have time for your drama. They don't have time for piddly bullshit. They don't have time to waste on an employee who's not worth the shit. They don't have it. They're busy. They got a professional business to run. So they got somebody walking in who's got business experience, shows up, puts time in. Some of the stuff I did for my boss, I didn't get paid for it. I did it because I did it. It needed to be done. Doesn't do any drugs. Doesn't sit in the back, gets out and works. If I wasn't working, I was in the back doing my college homework, and they all knew that. So do I hire someone like that that's dependable, somebody I know is not going to steal from me, I've known for a long time? Or do I hire this new chick that just flitted in, who's got a meth head problem, goes in the back and talks to her prison boyfriend on an illegal cell phone, and doesn't show up half the time, leaves early, comes in late, steals my money, and the two are fighting? Who am I going to back? If you're not stupid, you back the reliable one you know, and the one you can trust, and the one who has the business experience, and the one that gets the job done. You don't pick meth head who doesn't show up half the time and causes she's not here, she's not at the bar for us to buy, pay for the lap dance the customer just wanted to buy. She's in the back talking bad about everybody, stirring up drama. 20 girls are going to come out of there all mad because she just went around bad-mouthing everybody. They're all mad at each other because she said this about you, and they said that about her, and she said this about you, and he did that, and she did, and that's what she's back there doing. Oh, my prison boyfriend called. I got to go talk to him. And you're just like, oh, my God. So I got to go behind the bar, and I got to take care of it myself, or the owner does. So which one? It doesn't make any sense what he did, and it hurt my heart. It hurt me financially, and it hurt my heart. You instigated that. You stole my money. You are the reason I can't pay a bill on time. You're the causation. It's coercion. It's called grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. I don't know how many different ways I can repeat myself, sir. You made me very uncomfortable to just go to work. I have the right to a harassment-free workplace. I have the right to a harassment-free home. Get out of it. Get out of my life. Get the fuck away from me. Get away from me. I did contemplate scheduling an appointment with Mr. Kunzweiler or Kunzweiler or however you say his name, and just go in and go, listen, I need to do this for me. I need to be able to punch Mr. Perry in the face and scream at him, stay away from me, and just whack him right in the nose. What's the jail time for that? And please give me some mitigating factors so I can make a decision. Maybe it's worth it to do that. Maybe it's worth, is it 6 months? Is it a year? Is it a big deal? I mean, what can I do to make the guy leave me alone? It might even mean I got to do a little bit of jail time, depending on how long is it. If it's 6 months, I think it might be worth it. Can we work something like that? Because I'm going to go hit him. I'm going to hit him as hard as I can. I'm going to make sure he doesn't wake up till next Thursday and scream and yell at him, get the fuck away from me, you sick son of a bitch. Stay the hell away from me. Maybe then he finally will, if I can hit him. Tell me what am I looking at here? I decided against it, but believe me, I contemplated it for a time. I absolutely really did contemplate it for a time. I decided it's not worth it. If he comes where I am, he'll get the hell beat out of him. But he's dangerous, and I'm not going to wait to see if he's got a shot with strychnine in it, or chloroform rag or something. You know that when George Anthony said about his own daughter, I wish she would die the way she made my grandbaby die. That the loss that he had was so profound and so great that he actually really felt that way. He actually really feels that way. And I'm not any different. I wish Mr. Perry would die the way he made Lucky Miller die. Not by my hand, by somebody. Mr. Anthony's not going to go kill Casey the way that she killed Kaylee. No, I'm not going to kill Mr. Weirdo the way that he killed Lucky. And do the horrible things to me he's done to me. I mean, the horrible things to him that he's done to me. But you have that wish sometimes. You just do. When that person has caused you a profound catastrophic loss. It's normal. It's a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. Someone has taken something that you care about very much. My family, my children, my money, my ability to pay bills on time. All of them. My ability to have my privacy in my own home. It's rape. You're alone. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're just some pathetic little wannabe that just sits on his butt and bothers everybody. Mr. Excitement here. Gonna sit around today with my doll and my dress and bother Cyndi all fucking day, again today. Then when somebody gets pissed off about it and tells on me, go running around. Was it you? Did you leak on me? Did you tell on me? Is it Al? Is it your family? Is it your mom and dad? Is it your kids? Jesus. What in the fuck is wrong with you? What in the fuck is wrong with you? So any policeman or any lawyer is going to look at that and go, there's no way that guy did that on purpose. It hurt me that I've worked for this guy for 8 years. This chick just walked in the door and has not proven one fucking thing except that she's not going to be there when you need her. But Cyndi will. If I miss a shower, there'd be times I'd get up, we work all night long. So I'd get up around 3 and I got to clean the club. That club's not been that clean in a while. I don't know what it looks like now, but when I was there, I made sure that club was clean, clean, clean. And people told me all the time, this club has not been this clean in a long time. It looks really good. And then I got it. Sometimes I would have to do homework. Then sometimes I would have to get ready and then dance or waitress. And she all of a sudden doesn't want to show up. I might be right in the middle of all of that and I haven't showered yet or eaten. And it's 7 o'clock and she's not there. So Paul comes and gets me. You got a waitress. Somebody's got a waitress. It's you. I haven't showered yet. I haven't eaten yet. Well, I got to have a waitress. Can you please just do it? So I would do it. No bath yet. No food yet. Now, at the club, it's not like I did without food. I could eat while I'm sitting there waitressing in between, helping people. But it certainly wasn't ideal. You want to look nice. I didn't look nice. I tried to straighten up as much as I could. But, why was I in that situation to begin with? And then when it comes down to, there's a battle here. She's done something you really shouldn't have done. Instead of asking you, do you want to make money tonight and work? Because I'm going to, again, not show up. Once again, I'm not going to be here. Did you want to fill in? She doesn't do that. She takes my money and gives it to someone who doesn't even work at the club anymore. And then has the nerve to throw it in my face. He backed me up. You didn't win that. You're not here waitressing. She is. That's it. That was it. We're done. I'm done. This was your second chance. And you just fucked that up. So you're going to win this battle, and I'm going to win the war. Because I'm going to leave, and they're going to try to get me back in here so they have access to me, and it's not going to happen. It'll not happen. Mr. Perry, we knew that you wanted me back there so that you could do your second false arrest, sit me down, have my family try to coerce me for you to be trafficked and murdered. But you told them it was something else. Do your little wedding photo shoot, because you did a forgery 4 years ago that Lucky asked me about. Lucky Miller. Chief Lucky Miller of Manford Police that you murdered. Asked me, did you sign a wedding certificate? Oh my God. Fuck no. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't think so. I have one, but I thought it looked like a forgery to me. Yeah, no, why the fuck would I do that? I've gone through a lot of painstaking effort to get the guy off me, to get away from him, and then get him off me. Kick him the fuck off me. Ask these people that I live with what I do with my time, my spare time. They'll tell you she's in there reading law books. She's in there typing up a brief. Did the same thing at Sensations when you ran everybody off, Charles. Went in the back and bought law books. I may not have a meal or two, but I'm going to have a fucking law book, and I'm going to know as much as I can about the law. And since I got to go up against 5 attorneys with law degrees who are seasoned, they're not fresh out of law school. So I studied it. Now we just copy and paste everything you're into. It's the same thing. Perjury, by concealment, Brady violations. Always the same. Obstruction of justice. So TPD had a chance to save the life of Chief Miller by getting Mr. Perry on the obstruction of justice and the destruction of my evidence, but they didn't do it. Would you think somebody's going to trust you after that? Why would they? Then you pulled me over. We got 20 gazillion emails about pull her over, pull her over, pull her over. They didn't tell you we had that? They didn't tell you I had that? I mean, look at this, TPD. Look at this. There's bazillions of these over the last 10 years. Don't you think there's like a bazillion of them? Pull over, pull over, pull over, pull over. Chief Miller complained about it. I have stuff to do. I have a schedule with activities that I have to do. I don't have time to pull her over all the time and harass this girl for you. Did he not say that to you more than once? Yeah. See, you're bothering everybody. Look at that, TPD. Scads of emails over the years. Pull her over, pull her over. Take her taillight so she's pulled over. Take her taillight out. They have taken my taillight out more times than I can count. And then more recently it was a headlight. I learned how to look, here's the fucking, I got pulled, what I tell him, 3rd time this week. 3rd time I've been pulled over this week. I took a picture. I mean, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is just getting to be a bit much. So, they didn't tell y'all that we had all these emails? I mean, I always get an email about something, don't I? What does that mean that we have that, Mr. Perry? What does it mean that I have that? I'm going to false arrest her and try to coerce her to do something she doesn't want to do. You're creeping everybody the fuck out. You are creeping everybody, Mr. Perry, the fuck out. When you contact me, it pisses off your leaks because I told you not to do that. When you invade my privacy, it pisses off your leaks or these guys helping me or the judge that signs off on investigatory orders and you piss everybody off. And so the next thing you know, we're saying everything you just said. They got a court order. You got a weirdo problem you have no power over. You don't have any power over it at all. Yeah, Mr. I got power. Worship me. Okay, so we got all these. I mean, golly. So this girl, so the 2 reasons I didn't go to work. I left because of her. I don't have to put up with that. Why do I have to put up with that? I don't have to. I mean, like I said, I used to work with federally elected officials. Some of the most powerful people in the country. Mr. Perry, Mr. Peon Perry, Poke and Peep. Your guys tease you. Your guys. Peep and Poke and Pink Penny, Pathetic Perry. Your guy, he's a Houston guy. Some guy out of Houston. I don't know if it's the same guy that bought me, but it's some guy out of Houston. He makes fun of you all the time. Calls you Peep and Poke and Pink Penny Perry. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. There is nothing more pathetic than a bitch who can't move on. We all get rejected. We all just move on. We don't make it weird. We don't watch people in the privacy of their home. Watch the Jeff Epstein thing. Who killed Jeff? And then you'll hear all the people that were in his life, his friends. He thought they were friends. How creeped out they were by him once they found out what he was doing. Yeah, I'm not gonna be your Jalon. I'm not gonna do it. It's fucked up. I'm not. That's not me. That's not who I am. It's not who I am at all. So, the 2 things that happened is what she did. You didn't win that. It did hurt my heart because my boss backed her up and not me, and I couldn't understand why in the world would you do that. I didn't even know it's like somebody punched me in the gut. I couldn't believe it, and I said to her, "Take me off the schedule for waitressing. I'll dance." Then I injured myself and I left. I'm done. We're done with that. So the bouncer's now like, well, they didn't really want access to her. They wouldn't have us bully her out. They told us to bully her out, so we did. You have the right to a harassment-free workplace. She's a little nothing. I'm sorry, but I don't have to put up with that shit. No one does. No one has to be treated like that. No one deserves to be treated like that. You deserve to go to work and not be harassed. Everybody does. So I'm not just harassed by her, but now the thing is, well, okay, surely the guy says, surely this one will we get. I couldn't agree with him. I couldn't agree with him more. We got from a police officer's point of view and a prosecutor who's an attorney, from their point of view, what the guy did that owns Sensations makes absolutely no sense at all. It's a very poor business decision, and he doesn't strike us as a stupid. He's not stupid. So who pressured him to do that? The only thing that makes sense, I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care even what he says, and I don't care what that chick says, the druggie. I don't care. I'm looking at what I see. I'm looking at evidence. I'm looking at fact. The only thing that makes sense is Mr. Perry pressured him to do that to her. There's nothing else that makes any sense. For him and his business, that makes absolutely no sense to do that at all. None. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, from a policeman's point of view, that's what they're thinking. So, the only thing that makes sense as to why the hell he would do something like that is he's pressured to do something like that, Calvin. Right, Calvin? And then you call the girl. Since you're the thief, we're going to have to make her look like the thief. When you contact me, Mr. Perry, you just pissed everybody off. So when we quote you guys, it is because it is a direct result of Mr. Perry making unwanted contact to me, threatening me, and causing a problem. Every time he does it, we get more. Is that what y'all want? Lucius? Calvin? Sanjay? Is that what y'all want? It's what happens. It's just what our guys do. It's what your leaks do. You know why? People want it stopped. Everybody wants y'all stop it. Stop. Stop. You're going to go to jail, Mr. Perry? That is the goal. That's why we get these things. That's why we found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. You're in jail. We don't have to deal with this anymore. There is no more stress. There is no more anxiety. There is no more you disturb everybody and creep us all out. It's like slime. It's like you're icking your slime all over everybody. And we're all tired of it. We're all sick of it. We're all tired of it. We're tired of you. You're not understanding just how tired of you everybody is. Nobody's gotten closer to the goal than we have. You don't have a Fabian puzzle. You have leaks. You have leaks that get pissed off every time you contact me, every day that you rape me in my privacy of my house. And sit on your fat, ugly butt, bothering and tormenting and bothering and tormenting and bothering and tormenting and bothering and tormenting. Don't contact me again. Don't do it. I fucking hate it. It's nasty. It's gross. You're gross. You're just fucking gross. So, this guy's like, there's only one thing that makes sense, is that Charles pressured him to do that to her, to do that to Cyndi. So they can't complain that she doesn't want to go back. I wouldn't go back either. Why the fuck would anyone go back to that? And the bouncer's like, Cindy's not coming back, I guess, until Amanda leaves. And Amanda's not going to leave, so Cindy's not coming back. So they didn't really want her all that bad after all. And, or they would have not let all that happen. You can waitress even with an injury. You just can't jump on that pole. So, I was fairly proficient on the pole. I mean, there's a lot of girls that are better. There's a lot of girls that are worse. But I could do some pretty good stuff that takes a lot of strength and takes a lot of athleticism to be able to do the pole trick. I can do. But once you, like, one of my friends does competition and scores very high. She taught me a lot of the pole tricks. She had to have rotator cuff surgery already. She's like 30. Already had to have rotator cuff surgery on her shoulder. You grab that arm. I mean, you're grabbing the pole with your right arm all the time if you're right-handed. If not, you're left-handed. And you're grabbing and you're pulling yourself up and you're flipping yourself over and all this stuff. Well, it takes a toll on your shoulder. It just does. And same thing with your knee. You're grabbing the pole with your legs. Just so you know, pole is an art. and it's a competitive athletic sport. A lot of people compete in pole that have never even been in a strip club. So it's actually an athletic sport. There's national competitions, and they're trying to make it Olympic. It's a lot like acrobat. It's really not that far away from acrobat. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of work to do pole tricks, and to make it look pretty, and to make it look like you're in control of your body while you're flipping upside down or whatever it is you're doing. That's acrobatic, and it's an art. And it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of strength. Mr. Perry, I said do not contact me. Get out of my phone, please. He'll type in my other phone when I'm doing this. Unfortunately, sometimes if I stop and say stop, he will. So it interrupts me. He's interrupting. It's very rude. I don't care what he thinks. Didn't ask him, did I? Did anybody hear me say, Charles, what do you think? No. What did I say? I'm screaming and yelling. Don't contact me again. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. So next time I quote you guys, don't complain. Every time he contacts me, we get more. You're pissing off your leaks. You're pissing off informants. You're pissing off my guys. I said don't contact me again. And that is fucking what I meant. Don't watch me in the privacy of my home. Don't hack my phones. Don't contact me again, sir. Don't fucking contact me again. Don't threaten me. Don't harass me. Don't be a menace. Fuck off. Leave me the hell alone. Get the fuck away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. How many times do I get to scream that for you to leave me alone? How ugly do I need to be to make you leave me alone? How horrible do I need to be? What combination of words do I use to make you leave me the fuck alone? So, this is what this guy said. This is what we got in today. Whatever. I'm not going to do the wedding shoot with you. I'm not going to be trafficked. I don't want anything to do with you. You get near me, you and Houston Realtor guy, your balls are in your brains. I'm not shitting you. Even I thought about going to see Kunstweiler. I'm not kidding you. Mr. Kunstweiler, what's the sin? If I find Mr. Perry and it's not him always coming around me, and I just pop him right in the face, just bam, knock his nose off, and scream at him, get away from me. Stay the fuck away from me. And, maybe that'll work, because nothing else has worked. And so, until he's in jail, I'm stuck living with this bullshit, with this rape, this torture, the torment, the bothering, the threats. Always threaten me with something. Considering mitigating factors, what's my sentence? I've seriously considered it. Mr. Perry, you're contacting me again, and I just told you not to. I just asked you not to contact me. So next time we quote you guys or get another name, Sanjay, go kiss Mr. Perry on the lips. He did that for you. He did that for you. Okay. Don't you love him? Yeah. All that money spent, all these years, and the one and only thing you have gotten from it for 7 years is we get intel nobody else has. We said Mike was drugged before anybody else said it. We said it in March 2020. It was confirmed in May 2020. 2-3 months later. We gave him Narcan. That's a murder. That's a murder. You don't have a Fabian puzzle, do you? You don't have anybody's name helping me. You don't quote even one of their meetings. Direct result of every time you contact me and every minute of my privacy you rob me of, and every penny of my money, and every time you go to somebody I know, my family or my friends, and tell them to hurt me. That's what happens. All that money you've spent, and the only thing we got was Bald Fat Calvin's name, Lucius's name, Geppetto's name, Sanjay's name, Beverly's name, Dickie and Richard's name. And all of you guys at TPD could have saved Lucky's life had you got him on the obstruction of justice and the destruction of my evidence, because I should have been tested for poisoning. They said they poisoned me. See, I told you this. Everybody knows it. It's not secret. It's not secret at all, Mr. Princess Weirdo. Prissy Pants. Right here, TPD. This police report right here. You don't give it to the offender, do ya? Nobody's gonna trust you. Okay, where is the fucking, did you give me arsenic? Yeah, I gave you arsenic. Right there. Right fucking there. So where's my blood test? To rule it out or confirm it. Creepy Chucky. No love for the creepster. Look what I say. I'm saying this way before. That's January 4th. I didn't file a police report, which you have to do by law, until the 21st. Look at that. You know how to read dates and times, TPD? Who does the stalking reports? That's what I want to know. Who at TPD is supposed to take care of stalking reports? Egan, I don't think she's the one that handed over my police report to the offender, because she's calling me here asking me for my evidence. So she appears to have not known I was sitting in a Lubbock jail by physical force, prevented and delayed from reporting the crime of stalking and attempted murder against me and assault with a deadly. Yeah, Mr. Kunzweiler, if I go assault Mr. Perry by knocking his nose up his head and scream and yell at him, stay the fuck away from me and my family. Considering mitigating factors, what's the sentence on that? It might be worth it. It's not, but I'm just saying. I'm making a point. It's not worth it, but I'm making a point. Okay. So here's the obstructive act right here, by physical force, prevented and delayed. This was a perjury, and everybody knows it. How many perjury, Charles? How many perjuries are there? When you go into court and you swear, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God, on a Bible, aren't you a Christian? Or is that a lie too? Yeah, who am I to judge you? Here's the thing. Don't tell anybody I know that you're a Christian, because I don't want people to see that, here's my thing. I have a lot of people that struggle in their faith, a lot of friends, and they're just struggling as it is. And then some guy, whack job like you, who has two different lives. One is they pretend like they're a Christian while they ruin people. That tends to make people hate God. There goes the faith. You have just crushed the soul of a broken. So don't tell people I know that you're a Christian, because as far as I'm concerned, I want the people that I know to see somebody that's, gosh, I go to the strip clubs, but I'm not going to hurt anybody. I'll take the shirt off my back for you. That's what I want them to see. That's the God I serve. I don't know what gods you serve. The God I serve is patient and kind and just helps people. Just take the heavy off. Just help. Just it loves people, even if you're in a strip club, but you're kind and you're good and you treat people right. Because he said, what's the greatest commandment? That you love one another and treat each other like you want to be treated. You know why? Because God is not mocked. He will not put up with you mocking him. You will reap what you sow. I'm sorry, that's the way that works. Karma is in all religions. What goes around comes around. And you're not the victim. You are not the victim. You tried to murder me. This TPD is evidence that this was attempted murder. It is assault with a deadly. I was throwing up. My son came with me. I bring my son to the police department. I said, I want you to come with me to the police department so that you can give a statement to the police that you saw me throwing up all the time during this certain period of time. I think they were trying to kill me. I went and bought charcoal. I think they were trying to murder me. I'm getting threats with murder. If I don't lie for Mr. Perry. Recant your claims or I'll put you in the lake. Some fucker I don't even know approaches me on stage. What's your name? I don't give my name to customers. I already know your name, Cyndi. Oh my God, here we go. Charles sent me. We're going to talk. Are we? Yeah. You mean you're going to talk, I'm going to have to be forced to listen, and then I'm going to walk off, right? That's what's going to happen. We aren't going to talk. You're going to talk. I'm going to have to stand there and listen to the bullshit, and then I'm going to leave. And I'm going to walk away from you and not think twice about it. David asked me in the last thing I said to David Robertson, when he asked me, who's helping you? How come you always know before? I leaned in. He goes, I'll tell you who your real parents are if you'll tell me who it is. Wow, you don't know me at all. If you knew me at all, you would know I don't give a fuck who my real parents are. I really don't. As far as I know, it's Lynn and Kathy. A detective told me that my dad is my real dad and my mom is not. I don't care, really. I really fucking don't. It did matter before Tristan was 18. Then I could go to court and say they committed fraud if they're not my real parents. They committed fraud. Part of the fraud is they said that's their biological grandson. And I can get my kid back. Now he's over 18. I don't care. It doesn't matter now. I'm not 6. So I leaned into his ear and I said, go fuck yourself. And I walked off, and that's the last thing I said to him. That's the last thing I said to him. You're trying to murder me. You're trying to fucking kill me. You're trying to murder me. So then they murdered Chief Miller, though, TPD. Do you not understand what you have done here? Do you not understand how bad this is? How angry people are at you? Look at this. Mr. Perry has said he will not bother me ever again. That's all he does, 24/7. He doesn't have a schedule and activities, and he's busy with his family. He sits on his ass and pretends he has a love life while he torments me constantly and threatens me constantly. And harasses me all fucking day and calls a bunch of people and says, be mean to her. We're not going to let her have any money. We're going to make her go back to Texas where we can rape her and kill her and make her sign this affidavit. First, she's got to do a wedding shoot to cover up my forgery of 4 years ago. Yeah, I got money due to me once I finally Papa John's her and deliver her to a Houston realtor guy. So, you know, you're not going to sell me. I'm sorry, Mr. Houston. I mean, I went through this today. I've been through it over. Oh, I've been through it over. No other victim knows they've been sold before, right? I'm the only one. I want to know one other victim that found out they were sold before you did it, before you delivered. I don't think I think you have no idea what you're dealing with. I think you fucking don't know. When you kill a cop, you have anybody else that figures out what you did? I don't think you do. See, we all want you in jail, and nobody's gotten closer to that goal than me. I have help. I can't do that by myself. Charles, everybody wants you in jail. You're the cop killer. You tried to murder me. You're the one going to jail. Nobody's gotten closer to that goal in your life than we have. Than me and the guys helping me. You're pissing them off every time you contact me, you sicko. Don't you threaten me again, bitch. Don't you threaten me again, bitch. You're a coward and a pussy. You do it behind a computer. You threatened me behind a computer. You tried to murder me. You made sure there was no test. Because if you weren't giving me poisoning, if you weren't giving me that, you would have had a test. You would have made sure there was if there was nothing else, there was a blood test. Then you would have had a drama queen. See my dress and my little doll, everybody. She's lied. I didn't poison her. But you did poison me, so you made sure there was no test, princess. You're a pussy, and you're a coward, and you don't have any power over a weirdo problem that's making everybody else sick at their stomach. Do not threaten me again. 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 So because he does, every fucking day, that's what the McNamara email says, he's threatening me with a false arrest. And then he did it months later. The date on this is October. You so disturbed and upset someone, they told on you. I found out you did a forgery. I found out you wanted to do a wedding shoot before you did it. That you roped my whole family into supporting you on that. Because you lied to them. I found out you drugged Mike. Nobody else had said it yet. Don't threaten me the fuck again. Do not threaten me again. You bitch. So, every time he contacts me, we find out more before. We find out before. We always find out before, pretty much. All of this stuff right here. Any other victim have that? Muffin Man? Who the fuck is Muffin Man? Anybody else have that, Richard? Huh? Anybody else have that? Sonjay? Anybody else have that? Beverly? Don't threaten me again, Charles. Don't threaten me again. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car. So last night you guys got caught. When she goes to sleep, we'll go get her car from her so we can traffic her. right? But you got caught. Every time he contacts me, we get more. Every contact Mr. Perry makes to me, every invasion of my privacy, every penny he takes, we get more. Every day Mike Neely's in jail, we get more. I've said it over and over and over and over and over. It just doesn't click for you, does it? We say it, then we show you. 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 You're the offender. You're pissing everybody off. You're causing the problems. You're the one everybody wants locked up, not me. You're the one everybody wants gone. You don't live here. Nobody invited you here, sir. All you've done is come up here and make trouble. Nobody invited you here. Get out. Get away from me. All this stuff, Mr. Perry. All the pullovers. Every time you contact me, we find out more. Every time you contact me, we find out more. Every time you contact me, we find out more. Every time you contact me, we find out more. How many times I got to repeat myself? Stupid, write it down. We record these so that we don't have to repeat the same thing for you because you're slow or something. Huntington's disease. Maybe he's just, I don't know. I don't know what could be. Why isn't your family put you in a hospital? Huh? Why does your family not put you in a hospital? You need to be in a hospital. So this. Every time he contacts me, we get another one. Every time he poses a threat, every time he invades my privacy, every penny I lose, we get more. Look how many is that? Just look at that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 5 different conversations. Some of those might be 10 different emails, but it's dated the same. So I'm only counting the dates. I'm counting by dates, not per email. Okay? There's just 5 right there about you having me pulled over. When you contact me, we get one of those. Like Calvin's name. He's bald and fat. Everybody hates him. Everybody fucking hates that bitch. He's a monster. He's mean. We're all tired of that. These people were tired of this stuff before I ever got here. Just so you know. There's stuff that builds and festers over a long period of time. And all it takes is one person coming in and pop that pimple and holy shit. There it is. Yeah, you're not getting away with that crap anymore, are you? So I said, David, I'm not wired up. I didn't come here to mop up. I want to be left alone. You insisted. So, you happy now? Did you get how's that working for you now? Huh? Mr. Perry, you don't have a Fabian puzzle. You don't have one, do you? You don't have a Fabian puzzle, and you don't have a McNamara email, but I do. Don't threaten me again, bitch. Don't threaten me again. Mr. Consueler, I'm joking about, it was for a moment a kind of a serious thought, but one of those you kind of go, no, you can't actually do that. When I said I want to see what the sentence says for assault, in case I want to hit Mr. Perry and scream and yell at him, stay the fuck away from me. Considering the mitigating factors, what would I'm making a point. That's not literal. I don't mean it literally. I'm making a point that that's how horrible this man's life has made me. That it made my life, and the people around me made their lives, and how sick of this we are, and how much the Neelys and the Millers hurt. And they think we're all... Mr. Perry has the nerve to type in my phone today. Why are you mad? Oh, Jesus Christ in heaven. Wow. Why are we mad? I hope that you die the way you made Lucky die. The same way that George Anthony said, my daughter, I hope she dies. I wish she would die the way she made my grandbaby die. I feel the same thing. I hope that you die the way you made Lucky die. I hope that. What goes around comes around. I think if anybody has it coming, you do. But when we quote you, that's why. Because you've made everybody that hate you that much. You've made everybody hate you guys, all of you, that much. It's not cute what you're doing. It's very painful. It's very hurtful. You've caused a loss that is significant and profound, and everybody's tired of having a loss. I want my privacy back. Get the fuck out of my privacy. Get out of it. Get away from me. They're doing it for you, whether you get that or not. They're building a case, so you're in jail, and there is no more invasion of my privacy. You don't have my consent. It's $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. You don't get to use my body for your imaginary love life. There's nothing real about it. Somebody said that to one of your friends, maybe your attorney, maybe Mr. Powell. Can you not get Charles on his schedule, busy with activities in Lubbock, so he's not sitting on his butt, tormenting Cynthia constantly? It's not really doing us any favors. It's not doing anybody any favors. It's not helping anything at all. It's making things a lot worse. It's making things much worse. He doesn't need to be doing that all day. He needs to be being a normal human being. Go do normal things normal people do. Oh yeah, you don't have the power. You don't have it. Right? To just be normal. To just go do something normal. Have activities and you're busy. Not bothering other people. No power. So you do this instead. You act like this fucked up Neil guy.
Well, you talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Neil. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Neil. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Neil. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, that's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care. You
Leave
can
me
tell
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can tell
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit.
No one cares what you think. You weren't asked. No one understands why you think we would care what you think.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave.
This
I
make
don't.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can tell
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not.
You know how I found out you have Huntington's disease? Your leaks told us. Because you were tormenting me constantly and threatening me constantly. At the time, it was, I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment, and then you did. So we're all going, what the hell is causing this? Our shrink is like, maybe it's Alzheimer's, maybe it's senile dementia, it's something. But we found out because your informants got all pissed off at you for treating me like that, trying to kick me out. So he gives us Calvin's name, told us he's bald and fat and everybody hates him, and that you have Huntington's disease. So that's what your money bought you, and you're tormenting. Was it worth it?
Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
Notice the difference of when you guys use the word just and when you use the word just. We use the word just constantly. Did we not just say that? We just said that. We just said it. Last night with the car, I just did a whole podcast on them trying to take my car illegally. And here they are. When she goes to sleep, I'll go take her car away. Just said it. You guys used the word just before. Can we just get you to say, can you just say this or just say that? Just lie. Just lie. Just do something illegal. Just lie. And we'll just say. And it makes it less of a lie because you use the word just in front of it. I mean, if a woman doesn't like you, move the fuck on. If you have the power. I don't think you have any power.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way.
I said no.
Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone.
I have the right to my privacy. You do not have the right to rape me in the privacy of my home, or hack me, or voyeur. You don't have the right to a lie. Fuck the hell off.
And this is bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Okay, so I wasn't going to go back to work and be subjected to, you know, a little meth head, twit head, treating me like shit, like I'm dirt or something. I'm like, wow. If you only knew the people, that lady, you fucking have no fucking idea what you're doing right now. I didn't need that. I certainly didn't need that. And it doesn't make sense for the owner to have done what he did in backing her up and telling me, just let them. I'm like, wow. It really did break my heart. It really hurt me. And it hurt my finances, but it hurt my heart too. So I'm not going to go to that. And I'm also not going to go to a place where I know, I'm being told he's going to jerk you off the stage to make an example of you in front of Sadie because they think Sadie's leaking, or this girl or that girl they think is leaking. And then throw you in a room and you're going to sign an affidavit that is a lie. It's Charles's lie. And they're going to make you sign it. Go to jail and rot or sign this fucking thing. And, we're going to frame you for this and we're going to frame you for that. And here's your prostitution by sock bullshit. And then you're going to go be trafficked to this Houston guy and you're going to suck everybody's dick. And then we're going to kill you. So that you can't pop up later and say they made me do all this. And you're going to tell us who's helping you. You're obstructing justice. Again, that's your thing, right? Organized crime, bitches. I don't, It's different, though, when you do it to me, because I find out before, not after. I find out before, David, not after. You asked me and Lady Godiva's who's helping you, and I told you, go fuck yourself, and I meant that. I did not come here to do anything to you at all. I came here to be left alone. Hang out with my family, raise my child, give him a good life, and you robbed us of that. And we're not okay with it. It's not okay. It's not going to work for us. So you have pissed off your informants. You have pissed off your, the guys helping me. You have pissed off a judge who signs off on investigatory orders. And so when we quote you, you spend a hell of a lot of money so Mr. Perry can sit around and bother me all day. Instead of getting a schedule with activities with his family. Stay the fuck away from my family. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're just told on. It's not been a day, a week, or a month, or a year. It's been a decade of this. I don't know what day they're going to arrest all of you. I don't care. Sooner the better, believe me. I'm sorry, I do care about that. What I don't care is that why is it going to take that for you to just leave everybody alone? Nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. And you forget who it is you're talking to. You forget who it is you're talking to. No means no. I said no. I said no. You are a very, very disgusting man. You're not a man. You're an animal. You're an it. I mean, it's that bad. You killed someone. You took the life of a man that was trying to help me. A police officer. Police is my family. I was raised by 4 generations of police. That's family. You don't leave one behind. We don't leave Michael behind and let you go in and lie to him to appease him. We'll give you 5 in life and then just quietly let you out. But you can't talk to Cynthia, and we'll make sure she's not even alive. We'll make sure she's not alive. Right? Except you weren't going to keep that deal. You said that to him to get him to do something for you, didn't you? It's not going to be like that. We'll get him out. You fucked up your chance. We will get him out, and he will have his name vindicated. He's innocent. He didn't do shit. He's the victim of attempted murder. But the thing is, had TPD charged you guys with attempted murder, assault with the deadly, all of that crap, stalking, and then when they didn't get you on that, get you on the obstruction and the destruction of evidence, we might not have that conversation right now, would we? So nobody's going to trust y'all. Nobody's going to trust y'all. I don't want to be on the first 48. Sorry. I know you guys are always looking for new stars to your, I'm not going to be that. All right. This is one of many. This is the one I found. This is the one I've looked at. But this is one of many cases that Judge Egan ruled on that had some similarities to mine. But the ruling was extremely different, way off different than what mine, the way she ruled on mine on a breach of contract. There was no res judicata. There has to have been a trial, a fair trial. And I lost a jury trial. And there was no such thing. There was not even a hearing. I had not sued this bitch for breach of contract on it ever. So there was no duplicity in it. It was the one and only lawsuit, that bond conditions, that he said, I'll leave her alone. That was the promise made to me. You be quiet. He will never contact you again. The second my feet hit Oklahoma dirt and I pick up my phone, I find Detective Egan's message, and here's Charles typing in. I was hoping you would ask for me. Oh my God. Here we go again. Ew. What in the fuck? You made a promise and you didn't keep it. Kind of like the one you made to Jacqueline and your kids. So you think anybody's going to believe whatever promise you made to Mike? You're not going to keep it. You don't keep any promises. You paid a lot of money to be able to sit around and cause trouble and pester and bother and pester and torment and bother and threaten and harass and threaten and then get caught and told on and caught and told on and caught and told on more than ever in your life. The goal is you're in jail and you can't do that to me anymore or anybody else. And nobody's gotten closer to that goal than me. And you forget that. Don't forget who it is you're talking to, bitch. So this is one of the cases, doing a side-by-side of here's this case and here's Cynthia's case. What the fuck happened? It's not even close to the same. Why is that? Why is that? Sonjay. Why don't you read that over and tell us, and read mine? Sonjay. Here's the disclaimer, Mark. There it is. There's 1512 and 1513. Learn how to read. Your client is not to contact me. There's connecting the dots. That it says, here's what a cop's supposed to do with a stalking victim complaint. Do you guys have the threat management unit like LAPD does? You need one. TPD. That way, you know, families aren't going, gosh, there was 20 calls about the threat, like Nicole Brown Simpson, like me. You know, we're calling and calling. I don't call you. I don't waste my time. But you guys listen to these. We know you do. So, you know, everybody's looking to see if I say something incriminating. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to do, TPD. And they hack your phone and shit. Mr. Perry cloned my phone. He didn't hack it. He cloned it. I'll say hack. Sometimes it's just easier. He cloned it. And, he, you know, voyeurs. So that's why he would know when she's asleep, go get her car. When you contact me, we get stuff like that. Because you piss off informants. You take from me, they take from you. That means privacy, too. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. But you got a weirdo problem with no power over it. And they have a court order and shit. So, that's what shit. What's that guy's name? I can't remember his name. Anyways, this right here. So, there's 2 reasons I didn't go to work. I'm being stalked. Right, Detective Egan? Had you taken my evidence when I gave it to you? Or tried to. I think I ended up mailing some of it later. Because it was just like, oh, this is out of hand. And, whoever gave my police report to the offender, I don't understand you. Was it Richard? Oh, why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? So, I mean, here's the thing with me. I'm fascinated and intrigued by good cops. And I'm watching, there's a couple of specials on right now with Detective Poole, who was LAPD investigating Tupac Shakur's, Biggie Small, all of those 2 murders. Well, Tupac was murdered in Las Vegas. I think it was Biggie Smalls, or whatever the guy's name is, Notorious B.I.G. He was investigating his murder and died before he could solve it, and he hit some roadblocks with police corruption. That's the kind of cop I like, is that guy. I'm intrigued by those kind of people. I'm intrigued by intelligence. I'm intrigued by police who are smart and figure shit out. There was this one episode of like Homicide 360 or something. I can't remember what it was. One of those. I've watched a lot of those shows. Dateline. I don't know what it was, but this officer was explaining how he okay, so the guy had murdered his wife, and he's at this point just saying she's missing. They take him down to the police department, and they're interviewing him, and the guy is saying she went to the store, but when he's gesturing with his hands, the store was to his right, and he kept gesturing to his left. She's at the store, and then blah, 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 whatever. Well, the police officer is very smart, and I like smart police officers. I love smart police officers. He says, well, he's thinking, why does he keep pointing to the left? Because the store was to his right, and he keeps pointing to the left when he's describing all of this, and that doesn't make sense. So, I'm going to go and, I'm going to say, what's to the left of the house? Well, there's an empty field. So I'm going to go look in the empty field since he keeps pointing in that direction. He goes and he looks in the empty field and found her dead body in that field. So that police officer was smart enough to figure out he's saying something, but he's pointing a different way, a different direction from the location of the store he was referring to. He's pointing the opposite direction, but he's pointing to where her body was, really, in the police interview. I like that kind of cop right there. That's the kind of cop that impresses me. I like cops that can keep up with me. I like cops that figure shit out. That's not that easy to figure out. That one caught that, and a lot of police officers would have missed it. I like cops that catch stuff everyone else misses. And I'm waiting for you to impress me. I'm just fucking waiting for you to impress me. The shooter thing was great. Everybody couldn't say good enough things about the way that Tulsa police responds to shootings. Okay, but what about this? What about other stuff? What about homicides, attempted homicides, almost a homicide? What about when cops die, like Lucky? And where were you then? Where are you now for Mike Neely? Where are you? Don't get pissed off at me. Where are you? I mean, I'm sorry, but you're public servants. You are subject to public scrutiny. You're paid by taxpayers. You're being used by. You're the bitch of a sex weirdo. That's the best you can do in your career in law enforcement. I don't understand that. I really don't. I don't think your kids will either, because you got a legacy. Everything that we do every single day starts to build a legacy of some sort. It's either one that our kids are proud of and they're going to brag about the way I brag about my granddad, or not. You choose. It's your choice. We all choose what we're going to do. So everybody's very confused as to where the fuck you are right now. Mike needs you. I'm a citizen in Oklahoma for 9 years. Why are you pulling me over constantly? Why won't you give us the list? Why won't you give us the list? What are you hiding? That's the thing. People immediately go in their heads. Where's the list? Why won't they give it to her? There's a reason they're hiding that. There's a reason they're concealing that. There's a reason this guy did his brief the way he did it. There's no reasons for relevance. There's no argument for relevance. There's an argument for something I didn't assert. I didn't assert it. Where's the list? There is a list. He didn't deny there's a list. He said he thought the list isn't relevant. And then said she doesn't get a hearing on insufficient evidence. But gosh, I didn't say the word insufficient anywhere, did I? Why are you concealing a material fact from the deciding body if you have nothing to hide? People are sick of corruption. They're sick of it. I'm sorry, but they are. People want to be impressed by good cops. They want to be impressed by it. We're looking for that. It's craved. Second on polling in midterms was crime. Everybody wants it stopped. People want cops to be good and to put the bad guys away so we have a civilized, safe society. In my home, I deserve to have safety and privacy. In my phone, I deserve to have safety and privacy. I deserve to be able to get a job doing whatever it is the fuck I want and make money and pay my bills on time, all of them. And not have to call my ex-husband. I need help. I'm stranded. Charles is doing Charles again. And I shouldn't have to ask him that. I shouldn't have to ask anybody. I'm a perfectly competent person. And I'd be able to go work in a strip club doing whatever the fuck I want or not. And not be too afraid to go to work because Mr. Perry's going to do the false arrest threat again. And force me against my will to be kidnapped and shit. And try to use my family to do it. And guess what? That was recorded too. Because when he contacts me, when he caused a problem for me, when he caused a loss for me, we get inside information nobody else has. I'm waiting for in the name of another victim that has what I have. Look at all this, Mr. Perry, about you using my family to kidnap and coerce. Look at the dates on these. Sepulpa police and Lucky were arguing, I guess, at some point. That's what that's about. Using kidnap. Causing a problem with my family. I didn't introduce you to my family. There's one in last summer. That was like in June of last summer. That's very concerning. Gonna use her family to kidnap her. Gonna use her family to kidnap her. And the date on that is August 12, 2022. Right, Lucius? Right, Geppetto? So, we're always going, I just said. We don't say just say this or just lie. We always go, I just said. I told you so. I did say. I told y'all that's what he was going to do. There are good police out there. They're recording all this stuff. And you pissed him off, so they got more. When you contact me, what he said, Charles, in March 2020, after you're doing the threats and the bribes and all that stuff, none of the above. It's not going to be a threat or a bribe, sir. You need to comply with the law. Respect the law, respect her. She said no. Fuck the hell off. If you're in a bar and you're tormenting a woman, they'll kick your ass out. That is not put up with. You need to get some class. So, my guy said, her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly, ever again. Don't do it, creepy Chucky. When you're doing this stuff that's so creepy, does it solve? Name one problem that solves. Get some power over it. Control it. Go be normal. He said, she's not to be broke again. You give back what you took from her that wasn't yours to take, and you get the fuck out of her life. Get sensations full of paying customers who aren't grabby and weirdo. Get Fabian and Tristan up here so we can talk and you butt out. Get Mike Neely home to his family, give my money back, and get the fuck out of my life. And I never want to hear from you again. And every time you ignore that, we get these. A whole bunch of them. Thousands and thousands. So I don't know what day he's going to make an arrest, but it won't be long. It won't be long at all. We told you, and then get Mike Neely back home. And the reporter said, had they done what she said, and they weren't stupid, and she continued to assert that they killed Chief Miller, we would think that she's wrong, if not a little crazy. Why? They help Officer Neely get home. We back the blue. Anybody can see he could not have done this before he's going through a trial and all that crap. Then it looks like there's no way they did it, even if they really did. But that's not what they've done. If she's doing okay, there's no reason to think that they need to cover anything up. But that's not what they did. They did everything a guilty guy does. Mike's still in jail. There wasn't a fair trial. They're concealing material, facts, TPD, like a list. Why are you covering all that up? You got something to hide. You did what it looks like you did what we said. So, she's starving to death. They're picking at her and picking at her and picking at her and picking at her and trying to one angle after another of murder or false arrest or let's frame her with this or let's frame her with that. She didn't have any food. She didn't have any, they're taking all her money. Everybody can listen to her and tell her she's smart enough to make money. There's no fucking excuse for that. So it looks like now they're confirming what you guys thought. They killed Lucky. There's no way they didn't. There's no fucking way they didn't. And they framed Officer Neely. There's no way they didn't. Look at it. Look at what they do. Their acts make them look guilty. So, stupid criminal. Don't contact me, Charles. You're stupid. It's stupid for you to contact me. You need to control your weirdo problem. One time, sir, equals one of these. Every time you do it. Millions of dollars you have spent for a cover-up you do not have. The more you chase the lie, the more truth comes out. The more you contact me, you piss off all the wrong people, and they get to work, and we get all of these. And I find out you have Huntington's disease, and you drugged Mike. He didn't do it. And I have a Fabian puzzle, and you don't. And I have a McNamara email, and a Kirkendall email, and a Judge Parker email. And you went duck hunting with Judge Cummins. And you're all running around going, how'd she know? How'd she find out? Every time Charles contacts me and peeps on me and causes me the loss of anything at all, that's what happens. You're pissing off the wrong people. And we can get that stuff and you can't. You can't name one of my guys. You can't quote one of their meetings. You don't know who gets that information from you to me. You don't know. Do ya? I'm naming your people. Ask Sanjay. How many times were you told on before you did this to me? How many after? Ask Sanjay to help you count. Ask Calvin, who's bald and fat, to help you count. Ask Lucius to help you count. Because you forgot, didn't you? With your Huntington's disease. Huntington's causes hallucinations, paranoia, delusion, and impaired cognitive reasoning. When you fuck with me, you get caught. And he does it anyway. What kind of stupid does that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got to repeat ourselves all the time for you.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Okay, you gotta understand how much everybody hates you and how sick and tired of you everybody is. Understand that. When we quote you and y'all run around, how'd she find out? How'd she know? Everybody is so sick and tired of you. Everybody wants for you to be gone. We don't have any problems getting information. You do. Everybody is so very tired of you. Everybody is sick and tired of you. Everybody is sick and tired of you. So tonight we get the guy going. If you're coming at this from the perspective of a police officer and an attorney who might be a prosecutor, there's only one explanation why the owner of a business would choose a meth head who never shows up for work over somebody who he just met, over somebody who's been there 8 years, dependable, reliable, trustworthy. Works for free sometimes. I spent the night watching the video. I wasn't dancing. I wasn't making money dancing. I'm watching a fucking surveillance to find out who stole the money and how did they steal it and when did they steal it. I'm ruled out. I show the owner, see, I didn't take money. Nope. Okay. Here's the second time I was back there. I was only back there twice all night. The DJ was back there twice all night. He looks at that, all of that. We're cleared. Now, we got to go to the waitress and find out, well, we know now by process of elimination, she's the one that took it. We just got to figure out when and how and where. I went through and wrote down every little thing. Deductive reasoning. Right? Why would you pick that? Why would you back that over somebody who doesn't steal from you? Okay, so the guy's like, that doesn't make any sense. And he's not stupid. The owner of that club is not dumb. He's not going to do that. There's one reason he would do that. From a policeman's perspective, there's only one reason he would do that. Princess Prissy Pants made him do it. Can't get a date. So he does shit like that. And everybody's tired of it. So I can get information at the snap of a finger. You're fucking hated. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick of you. You need to understand that. Get a special ed teacher to help you. We're all tired of that stupid, and I gotta repeat it. Get some help.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them.
If you have power, control your strange-o urges. Control it. Go be normal. Go be normal. Get Get away from me.